money and strength, which is powerful. In the days of the cavemen, strength dominated the world, but in our recent era, money conquers strength. A man named Park, the strongest student in Korea, a leader of a high school, fought against powerful opponents to protect his people. A group named Nexus, which is a crime gangster group, defeated Park and took over his people with money. They filed a lawsuit against Park. This resulted to Park's father selling his gym to pay for the fine. Since then, Park has been reduced to a slave by his enemies, bullied and used as a shuttle boy in school. But what if, just what if, Park was to have the same amount of money to counter any financial attack Nexus sent his way? What would happen if Park, the god of high school, starts to bare his fangs? What would happen to Nexus? What would happen to Park's enemies if the monster decides to come out of hibernation? The story begins as we see Choi, a member of Nexus, coming into his class. He goes to talk with his friends as he sees Park. He smashes Park's face into the table dozens of times before leaving. Park quietly walks home. He sees 3 other Nexus guys, as one guy starts to stomp on him. Wooden bars are being used to strike him down till they are broken. At this point, bullying has become a routine for Park. He is only able to endure it because he is blessed with a strong body. Just then, a man comes closer to Park, claiming to be an enemy of Nexus. He throws money on the ground and asks Park how many minutes it would take for him to defeat the 3 guys. He says that Park shouldn't worry about money, for he would pay everything in any matter arises. The 3 guys see the money and start to get greedy. Park, finally able to release his pent-up anger, uses his elbow to strike the nose of the first guy. He then punches the second one in the face and hits the third one in the gut. It only took 4 seconds to defeat 3 people. Park is seen in school. He goes straight to Choi and punches him in the face. He punches him in the gut, and Choi counters. Park dodges and knee kicks Choi in the face. He is punched and sent flying to hit the door. Choi lifts up his head and sees the face of a man who has nothing to lose. The beast, the king of the jungle, is back. Like a prey running from his predator, Choi runs away to seek for help. He sees a bodybuilder and asks for aid. Park pays the bodybuilder, and the bodybuilder ignores Choi. Both Choi and Park are seen in the principal's office. Park doesn't care and goes ahead to punch Choi in the face again. Just then, Park's lawyer, sent by the man who gave Park money, comes in and settles the issue, with Choi being sacked from school. Choi is seen with some gangsters and their leader called Jean. Choi hires them to beat up Park for 10 million won. Park's father suddenly gets a job when Park decides to go out. He finds himself surrounded by Jean and his guys. A bus, being driven by one of Jean's guys, rushes at Park as Park runs towards the approaching car. He jumps over the car and falls behind it. Like a zombie, Park gets up slowly as he lifts his head up. The guys see how angry he is and run with their car. Park chases the speeding car and jumps on it. He smashes the back window and takes one guy out. Some minutes later, Jean and his boys celebrate when someone starts to punch their metal door. The punching stops as we see Park coming through the window. He climbed a 10-story building just to tear Jean apart. He gets in the room and starts to beat the guys around. He gathers 3 people in one place and uses one punch to knock them out. He then stands tall and says "next," calling the next attacker. He trips one attacker and holds his leg. He slams him to the ground and dodges a bat swing. They are able to land an attack on him as the attacker is thrown out the window. Jean is left as he is held by the neck with his leg hanging. Junwoo, the man working with Park, comes in and pays the owner of the house. Jean tries to jump the window when Park catches him. Park refuses to let his prey go. He wants to tear him into pieces. Jean pulls out a knife and Park lets him go. Jean escapes and tells this to his dad. His dad seems to also be a gangster as he goes to meet Junwoo. Jean's father quickly bows down as his company is under Junwoo's company. Junwoo says that he has used 50 billion won to pay the owner of the house they wrecked, so Jean should work as a fisherman to pay him back. Junwoo plans to bring Kim on board, the only friend who fought with Park in his fight with Nexus. Some days later, we see Park in Dong High School, the school Kim attends. He gets to class as he says that he is there to destroy the school. He sits by someone as the person smacks him in the head. Park strikes the person with his elbow, knocking him out. Park is seen in the hallway. All the guys stare at him. He sees Kim, who got his knee wrecked during the fight with Nexus, being bullied. Min, the new leader of Dong High School, gathers his boys planning to end Park. A message is sent across the school with Min commanding that all students to attack Park. We see the whole school running to beat up Park. In less than 30 seconds, over 1,000 students gathered in front of Park's class. We see students flying out of windows and some thrown through doors. In less than 30 seconds, Park had destroyed the class. The others attack him as Park fights his attacker. While this is ongoing, a wounded tiger, a relic of the past, a shadow of a prime, lies down quietly trying to restrain himself. Kim, the former top dog of Dong High School, changes the atmosphere of the area with the change of his look. Park uses leg kicks, punches, and hammer fists to destroy his opponents. Park is held down by his attackers and is being punched by all of them. He breaks the foot of the one holding his leg and knee kicks him in the face. We see Park walking in the hallway with bodies lying around. We see more guys facing Park as they plan to end him. After a few minutes, we see Park walking on the bodies of his unconscious attackers whilst tired. He meets the strongest fighters of Dong High School, from the 1st to the 20th. Park raises his guard, and as the attacker rushed towards him. Just then, a mop stick hits one of the attacker as both Park and Min turn around. We see Kim, with unconscious guys lying in his path. He tells Park that they should make a bet on who kills the most people first. With this two combined, no one can stand in their way. But the problem is, with Kim having issues with his knees and Park been extremely tired, will the dangerous duo win, or will the monsters of Dong High emerge victorious? Like and subscribe to watch the next part of this video.